Happy Friday, ICC friends. I am Xaviera. I am the CEO and editor of Ice Cream Conversations. I am so happy to be here with you tonight. Every Friday night, we get together for about an hour to talk about some of the top stories in entertainment and celebrity news. So I'm very excited to be here with you tonight. We have a lot to talk about, as you can imagine. So if there's anything in particular that you want to chat about tonight, make sure you go ahead and comment and let me know. And also let me know where you're checking in from, because I would love to know where my ICC friends are checking in from tonight. So my week has been pretty cool. I did have the opportunity to check out the advanced screening of Rampage, and Rampage is now in theaters. So if you are a movie lover like I am, definitely go check it out, because number one, The Rock is looking good as earned income credit. The movie had tons and tons of action, lots of heart, some funny stuff, here and there, some little funny kiki moments, just an overall great film. So it is rated PG-13, and luckily when I went, I didn't take my little mama. And so I'm kind of on the fence with it, because even though there wasn't a lot of gruesome violence, it was some stuff that had me a little bit shook, and I'm almost in the senior plan, so I don't know if I necessarily want to take her. So if you do have little ones, just kind of be mindful of that. I don't know, exactly what you are comfortable with your kids seeing. It's just a comfort level with your children. So I'm still deciding whether or not I'm gonna go ahead and take her, but the movie was great. So if you want something to go check out, definitely check that out. Also, I am what did I see? Oh, I saw A Quiet Place today. A Quiet Place is another movie that's out. It's making a lot of noise, and that movie is unique. So it depends on what you like to see. So A Quiet Place, it was good, but the silence was deafening, no pun intended. But overall, it was a pretty good movie. So if you love movies, then you definitely have those two films that you can go check out this weekend. Some TV stuff. Let's talk TV before we get into the inevitable stuff. I don't even know if I said that word right. I'm tired, y'all. As far as TV is concerned, Tracy Morgan, congratulations to Tracy Morgan, because he received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So The Last OG is pretty dope. I enjoy watching the show. I think it's pretty cool. And he did get his start on the Hollywood Walk of... You know what, y'all? I ain't even gonna do this. Let's just go ahead and get to what we got to get to. So first of all, tell me what y'all want to talk about, so that I know what we're going to be discussing tonight outside of the obvious stuff that we need to get into. So first things first, let's go ahead and tackle this Khloé Kardashian elephant that's in the room. Okay, so the night that I went to the Rampage screening, anytime that I log offline for a long period of time, I get anxiety, because I do celebrity news and entertainment, and I know that it is my responsibility to be on top of everything. So when it pops off, I could tell you right away. Well, I was slipping on my pippin, because I was up in the movie theater on Wednesday night when everything popped off with this Khloé Kardashian and Tristan Thompson mess. Okay, so first things first, in case you haven't heard, or let's go ahead and just recap. First of all, shout out to TMZ, because TMZ mad messy. TMZ had some scoop on Tristan that dates back to November of 2017, but they would drop it and drop that good old tea literally days before this girl was due to have her child. I'm like, now y'all did Khloé dirty. Y'all did Khloé dirty. Now, here's the thing. So the first video showed your boy Tristan all up in the club, rubber-dubbing up in the club with these three women's. And I said women's with an S. And they was all getting frisky and Trysty all up in the club. He kissing one of them. He motorboating another one. They grabbing his coin purse. He letting them. He grabbing his own coin purse. They grabbing his coin purse. And it's a whole lot of groping and carrying on. I said, well, ain't nobody in the Me Too movement up in here, because everybody was grabbing on everything. So I said, dang, this is terrible. And this literally came out the day after she posted a picture of her and him together, all kissing and talking about, they waiting for their baby girl to come whenever she's ready. So I'm like, dang, this ugly. this real bad. And it wasn't even one of those situations where you could kind of be like, nah, yo, I was leaning over because she was asking me, she know my boy. She was asking me, you know, where my boy at, and I was leaning over whispering in her ear, and the way the cameraman caught the angle, it looked like I was kissing her. It wasn't really no big deal like that. No, that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case at all. Your boy was caught dead ass out there just wailing. But can we really talk about the fact, was Tristan caught? Like, I want y'all to think about that first before you answer. Was he really caught? Because if you take a 19'3" NBA player, up in a famous NBA player, this dude ain't even like a bench player or a rookie or something. He is very well established in the NBA. You all up in the club with these 3 chicks all over you. You didn't think about a bystander, somebody going Instagram, Snapchat you, Twitter you, Facebook Live you. You didn't think about none of that. Like, you was just up in there all willy-nilly, like 2 tears in the bucket. I'll deal with it when I get home. And I'm just like, okay. So that's the first thing that stood out to me, because when you know you're doing dirt, you at least attempt to creep a little bit. Homie wasn't trying to creep in any way, shape, or form. He was all out with it. So then I thought to myself, well, were they in the champagne room? Like, was this supposed to be a private room and somebody still got access to it and caught video footage? Like, it's just, the stuff just wasn't adding up to me, because it really looked as if he didn't give a goody god darn. It was just like, listen, I'm in the 4th quarter with 3 minutes to go. I'm going all out, because it really looked like he couldn't care less. Okay. So with that being said, that was the first video. Then another video came out. Now, in the first video, I think Khloé was about 3 months pregnant, something to that effect, or I don't know. I can't keep up with her delivery date or whatever, but she was definitely pregnant when he was all up in the club. Now, fast forward, there was another video of Tristan with a young lady making their way into a hotel in New York City. Again, 19'3", walking up into a hotel with a girl who looked like she got on a Depends diaper. And you walking up in the club, like you walking up in the hotel with this chick, like you ain't even throw a hoodie on. You ain't even try to be inconspicuous. You ain't try to be incognito. You just strolling up into the hotel with her like you some type of concierge, just walking the chick up in there, and she looked like she had on her thought uniform, whatever, her little sweats with her little booty popping in the back, and they go in there. And I'm just like, bruh. Then he comes out, you know, whenever they got done doing whatever it is that they do, he comes out, get in the car, and then she comes out later on with the same clothes on. He done came out in a whole new outfit, because that's his room for real, for real. She was just stopping by to deliver services. And I'm not assuming those type of services, but she was giving services. Okay. She came out like whatever with her little purse and got in the car and just went on about her business. And I'm just like, dang. So then my first thing was, I thought about Khloé. And Khloé is indeed my favorite Kardashian, if you care. I like Khloé because Khloé looks like if something pop off in the club, she'll be the Kardashian that'll swing. So that's why Khloé is my favorite. Not to mention, you know, well, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna act like that. But anyway, so I felt sorry for Khloé, because I was like, dang, she pregnant. She about when the baby due. That was, you know, due date when the baby due. She about when the baby due. And now, not only is she finding out that her man is cheating, she finds out that he cheating on her in front of all of us. Everybody know your man cheated on you. But then I thought about it and said, wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute, let me put some in it. This the same chick that had no problem with Tristan moonwalking on his baby mom, Jordy, when she was pregnant with his child. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm on the fence, because I want y'all to tell me what you think. Do you think this is a case of straight up, unadulterated, serve cold, no tea, no shade karma? Or is it a case of Tristan just ain't no good, and he gonna do whatever he gonna do. A man gonna cheat, he gonna do whatever. It's whatever. So let me know real quick. Let me just type in the comments, is it's whatever or is it karma? Place your vote now, because I want to know what y'all think, because the obvious answer would be karma. Now, shout out to Jordy, because Jordy kept it so classy. Once the news story broke and everybody was talking about it all over the place, of course, people immediately ran to Jordy's page like, girl, that's what she get after what he did to you when she was fine and blah, blah, blah. She didn't care when he left you and your baby and blah, 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 blah. Now, the jury is out on this Tristan left Jordy stuff too. So let me just go ahead and address that for a second, because the story goes that Tristan left Jordy to run off into the sunken place with the Kardashians. But there is another version of the story that says Tristan and Jordy were broken up before he started his finaglings with Khloé. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I see for the most part, most of my ICC ladies are saying it's karma. I see a little bit. Retina said it's whatever. Yvette said it's whatever. Sandra said it's both. So I don't know. I'm kind of like stuck in the middle of a little bit, because Tristan has established a pattern of being an ain't-ish dude. We can all touch and agree on that. So he has established a pattern of being an ain't-ish dude, and it just turns out she fell in love with an ain't-ish dude. But there's a part of me that feels like Khloé loves the idea of being in love, and she loved the idea of getting closer to becoming a mother. And that anybody who was willing to play the game of life with her was going to be whoever she was going to love with all her heart. Because at the end of the day, Khloé ain't want nothing but a baby. When she was with Lamar, she wanted a baby, but she ain't want to have no crack baby. You know what I'm saying? She ain't want to have a crack baby, but she wanted to have a baby. And so it's almost like, sis, did you sacrifice the bigger cause to go ahead and get to your baby? You know, you knew you was with an ain't-ish dude, but at the end of the day, all that mattered was you getting your baby. So I don't know. It's just, it's a very, very messy situation. I would hate to be in her shoes. And literally like a day after she found out he was cheating, then the reports came out that she was having contractions. And less than 48 hours later, child, she was rocking and breastfeeding the baby. I was like, well, Lord. So, I mean, it's one of those cases like, well, did the stress send her into labor, or was she already due anyway? Because at this point, they calling Tristan, what, third quarter daddy or whatever, third quarter. In the third quarter of the pregnancy, he gonna get the hell on. The trimester. Ain't no quarters in pregnancy, it's trimesters. But y'all get the point. I agree with Nina. I hate when babies are born into broken homes or born into mess. Born into, oh, I'm taking you to court for child support. You ain't gonna see this my baby. I gave birth to this baby. You ain't do nothing but donate the sperm. Like, I just hate that type of situation for kids of all ages. Just being in a situation where the mom and dad can't get along and it's always beef. And they always the one in the middle getting yanked left or right. So I just really, really hate that. But one thing that I found interesting, you ever notice how when someone goes through a bad or embarrassing situation, like their prayers come from the strangest places? Like Amber Rose of all people, because you know she want to be the people's champ. She has deemed herself Captain Save-A-Ho. Not calling Khloé a hoe, but Amber says she Captain Save-A-Ho, so I guess it is what it is. But of all people, Amber Rose want to get on social media and lend her prayers and condolences to Khloé Kardashian for what she going through right now. And I'm like, all right, sis, like maybe you just could have took that into the prayer closet. Like that necessarily didn't need to be out in the street for us to be like, oh, sis, you lending a prayer. Like, because the last time y'all had an interaction, y'all was dragging each other on Twitter. And if you don't believe me, the receipts are on icecreamconvos.com. So and she was like, she kicked it off with, even though we had our differences, yes, we've had our differences. So right now you are pretty much the last person that I want to hear from right now. So can you just keep them prayers between you and Jesus? Hit him on the main line or DM him. Don't have nothing to do with me. And I agree with Selena. I feel like Amber used the Khloé's plight as an opportunity to say, hey, y'all, look at my boobs. Oh, prayers for Khloé. You know, sometimes it's just cool to just be quiet. Send your prayers quietly. Send the homegirl a DM. It didn't have to come through us. She may have you blocked, though, so you may not have been able to send a DM. I didn't think about that part. So email, send an email or something. I don't know. But just whatever it is, you know. Now, of all people, Khloé Kardashian is getting advice from Cardi B. Cardi cool. But sis, you might be the last person to be giving advice to somebody, because we seen the video of Offset with the other ladies. And, you know, and I understand that you chose to stay to save face. I do honestly believe she loved Offset and she loved his dirty draws. But at the same time, how terrible would it have been for Cardi to get pregnant when everyone is saying that she's going to ruin her career by getting pregnant? And then her man not only cheating on her, but then she goes ahead and decides to break up with him. So now she is the newly, like, I just released the album, but I'm pregnant, but me and my man broke up and now I'm about to be a single mom. So Cardi B had to hang in there to save her narrative. I mean, honestly, and I hate to say that, but she really had to hang in there with Offset to save her narrative, because her narrative was going way left. It was moving fast. It was going left fast. So for everyone who wondered why she stayed with Offset, because she got a little Offset in the belly. So, and now shout out to Cardi B though. Congratulations to her, because she finally told the worst kept secret on the planet. When Homegirl was in the club performing in a muumuu, I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the heck is going on? Cardi was in the club in Miami, y'all. She was dressed like a Christmas present on Christmas Eve. She looked like she had went straight from the North Pole to this club in Miami. And I was just like, sis, like, you the same chick that used to be damn near naked every time you left the house. No, I did not say they broke up. I said that she did not want to be a single mom. Y'all got to listen closely. I said that she stayed with him so she wouldn't end up being a single mother. Y'all roll with me now. Stay with me. Don't want y'all confused now. So she was in the club in this muumuu. And then after she was in the club with the muumuu, then she got on Saturday Night Live looking like Mr. Snuffleupagus had joined the Illuminati. Because you know the Illuminati, they like black and white. So she was out here in this black and white Snuffleupagus outfit performing a medley of Bartier Cardi, whatever the song is called, and Bodak Yellow. So I'm like, can you please stop insulting my intelligence and just show us the ultrasound already? Because this is getting insulting. Like, you out here looking real crazy. Just say you're pregnant, and then that way you can just be whatever. So when she came out for her second performance, when she performed Be Careful, which, actually felt like it's, a biographical song about her situation with Offset. And then the camera pans down and she shows her baby bump. So congratulations to Cardi B. Her album is out now. I do like the album. I listened to it all the way through one time while I was washing dishes, but I didn't feel like I needed to run it back again, just because I'm just funny style with music right now. So it has nothing to do with Cardi personally, but the album is solid. There's nothing negative I can say about the album. It is very solid. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. She did a great job with her debut album. So just congratulations to her. So I'm going to go ahead and slide over and I know these transitions might be a little crazy tonight, but it is what it is. So since we talked about Khloé and then Cardi giving Khloé advice about following her heart with Tristan the cheater, since we talk about Cardi, let's go ahead and jump into this Nicki Minaj. Ciao. First of all, shout out to all the Barbz. Hey, y'all, hey. Nicki Minaj did this exclusive interview with Zane Lowe yesterday on Beats One Radio. She dropped 2 new songs, and it's the Chun Li song or something, and then Barbie Tings, that's the other one. I'm not crazy about the songs. They're not bad, but I'm just not like, oh my gosh, I need to download that and run that back 37 times a day. What song I am running back 37 times a day is, what's Drake's new song? What is it? Don't have to be nice or something like that. You ain't got to be nice to nobody. That is my goddamn jam. Shout out to Big Frida. Big Frida could be at a funeral and kick off a funeral and have you in the back like, oh, hey, hey. Like I just love Big Frida. Big Frida she can jump off anything. But with that being said, I like the Drake song. That's Nice for What. Thank you, Ebony. Nice for What is the name of the song. I should know the song. I've been playing it all day, every day, but I like that song. And I think it's a combination of Big Frida, the New Orleans bounce, and then the Lauryn Hill sample. It just makes for it's just, and then the lyrical content, and then it's Drake. So you can't go wrong with Drake. So Nice for What is my current jam, but Cardi's album is good. Nicki dropped these 2 new singles. They cool. They all right. But when you disappear into the sunset, and then you make this grand entrance and you come back in, it's almost like, I'm gonna tell you what Nicki's 2 singles feel like. And if you are a Barb, please do not get offended. This is just my personal opinion, and I'm about to tell you. It's almost like walking into a room, everybody see you, you walk back out, and then you open the door and say, surprise! And we like, bitch, you were just in here 2 seconds ago. That's what the singles felt like. It felt like she was gone for a long time, but when she said surprise, it didn't really feel like a surprise. So I will say that I don't know if it's CGI or Photoshop or whatever, but she is a little bigger in some certain areas. And I'm wondering if the downtime was for her new areas. Maybe she got a few upgrades in her downtime, because she is looking way schmicker around this thigh and butt area and up here at the top. It looked like she got pumped up a little bit. I don't know. But I'm not going to start any rumors. All I'm going to say is she look a little more, thicker than usual. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, so Nicki does this interview. And in this interview, she's very emotional at one point, where she begins to talk about what her real issue is with Cardi B. And it turns out that the real issue she has with Cardi B allegedly began because before that she claimed that she was rooting for Cardi and she was here for Cardi until this particular situation with this motorsport song. Now, first things first, I just want to go ahead and add this comment right here. This is very important. Ebony said Quavo is shady. Let's go ahead and address that, because that is very true. Quavo is shady. According to Nicki Minaj, Quavo brought her in to talk, hey, I want to do this song, and he wanted to do the other song that they have together. But she decided to go ahead and she was like, well, I want to do motorsport because motorsports, this going to be the jam. This going to be the bomb. This going to be the number right here. And he was like, yeah, okay. So she does her verse for motorsport. He does his verse for motorsport. He calls her back and says, hey, do you mind putting Cardi on, you mind if I put Cardi on the song? No, first he said, I'm going to put the rest of the Migos on the song. She was like, yeah, I expected that. I mean, y'all are the Migos, the 3 amigos. So she was like, yeah, I expected that. So yeah, no biggie. He called back again. Hey, we're going to put Cardi B on the song too. You all right with that? She was like, sure. I don't mind Cardi being on the song. No big deal. Cardi can be on the song. Here's where I spotted a lie. Because she said that when Cardi B came at, she said, Cardi B, I'm taking notes so I can make sure I don't forget to tell y'all. Yeah. She said first that Cardi B never showed her any real love. Let's stick a point in that right there. You mean the same way Little Kim felt like you never showed her any real love? Okay, I'm gonna check that one off. Then she said that the very first interview Cardi did, the first thing out her mouth was that Nicki changed her verse on motorsport. And Nicki was like, I was so hurt by that. And then Nicki said she had a scheduling conflict. So that's why they couldn't do the interview together. Do the video together. And she was like, and everybody assumed this, and then Cardi put that into the atmosphere, and everybody thought Nicki was the bad guy. The whole plan was to make Nicki Minaj the bad guy. So then I was like, dang, they did you dirty, Nick. So Nicki says she called Quavo and was like, Quavo, can you please get on social media and let people know the real? Let people know that I wasn't able to do the video because of a scheduling conflict. Let them know that I had no problem with Cardi being on the song, so on and so forth. She said Quavo was like, I'll do it. I would do it if you was my girl. Is that a Me Too moment? That sounds like sexual harassment. Is it just me, or does that sound like sexual harassment to you? So that's basically, if you were my girl, I would. That sounds like, let me go ahead and this is what we dealing with. If you were my girl, I would. Now that sounds like sexual harassment to me. It sounds a little Me Too-ish. I'm just saying. I don't know. You can agree with me or you cannot agree with me, but so he would let this girl hang out and fry on an alleged lie because he ain't smashing. Okay, got it. Let me check mark that one too. Okay, so here's where the water gets murky. Nicki said that they basically lied about her in this whole motorsport situation. She says she wrote her verse, she was on the song, and they brought Cardi in later. And Cardi said that Nicki changed her verse when Cardi got on the song. So I'm confused as to where exactly is the lie. Because Nicki was upset because Cardi said that Nicki changed her verse. Okay. All right. Well, then after the interview where Nicki started, tearing up and asking for a drink of water and everything because her emotions was overflowing and just she was getting overwhelmed, and she was talking about how hurt she was that Cardi B never showed her any real love and so on and so forth. But then after the interview was said and done, and then the singles came out, and then the Barbz started attacking Quavo and having a Quavo is over party and attacking Cardi B, then Nicki hops on Twitter and says, I had Cardi B's name in my verse, but Quavo asked me to take her name out of my verse, and Atlantic wanted me to take her name out of my verse. Okay, so if you had a verse, I'm writing this down. If you had a verse with Cardi's name in it, and then Quavo and Atlantic told you to take Cardi's name out of the verse, didn't you change your verse? Isn't that what changing the verse is? You took her name out. Now, here's where I'm like, hold on, I feel like there's another lie in there somewhere, because if you were on a song about motorsport, with Quavo and the Migos, why would you randomly, willy-nilly mention Cardi B in your verse? Were you firing a shot? Like, why would you just randomly mention Cardi B if you had no idea she was going to be on the song? And you had no idea she was going to be, why would you randomly mention her in your verse? Were you being petty, shady, paying homage, which I highly doubt, because you were upset because she never paid homage to you? So if her name was in the verse and you took her name out of the verse, first of all, I want to know why her name was in the verse to begin with. But then you took her name out of the verse. Technically, you did change your verse. So Cardi B did not tell a lie. So where the problem is? Where the problem is. Iman asked a question. She didn't ask a question. She made a statement. Sounds about accurate to me. So I'm like, okay. But anyway, with all that being said, I feel like now was not the best time for Nicki to plead her case about Cardi B. Even if Nicki is telling 100% of the truth, I believe that Quavo did Nicki like that. I believe that Nicki did change her verse because she admitted to changing her verse later on. But then earlier in the day, she was upset because they said she changed her verse. So like, girl, what we crying about again? Because I'm confused. Meanwhile, little Kim at home looking at pictures of her old face like, oh. Oh, she mad for the same thing that I was mad about and everybody clown me. Is that what's happening here? Excuse me, is that what's happening? Oh, okay. So I don't know. That whole situation is mad childish, is mad petty, and it basically boils down to the fact that it feels real high school. That's where I'm gonna start with it. It feels super mad high school, and it feels like the it girl that got mad when a new girl came to the school and everybody paying attention to her. I mean, that's exactly what it feels like. And my thing is, both of them can coexist. Both of them can coexist, but Nicki Minaj is starting to bring a lot of mess along with her. And I tried to put myself in her mind frame and try to think like, okay, how would it feel for you to be that chick and then another chick comes along and everybody starts paying attention to her? Like, I don't know. Okay, let me ask you this. Who do you think, straight up, verse for verse, who do you think is the better rapper? And it's not, my intention is not to divide. It's just a question. Who do you prefer? I'll do that better. Who do you prefer? Do you prefer Nicki? Do you prefer Cardi? Because at this point, I mean, at one point in time, we was rocking with Nicki. We like Nicki. I mean, to a certain point. I only can rock with Nicki to a certain point. Some stuff I just can't get jiggy with. But I'm not going to act like Nicki wasn't out here spitting. I'm not going to act like Nicki wasn't, slaying songs. The way she slayed Kanye and Jay-Z on Monster and Rick Ross was just ridiculous. But, okay, so here's my question to you all. And you can answer either way, whichever way you prefer. Who is best lyrically to you? And when I say who is best lyrically to you, it's not to say one is better than the other. I'm asking in your opinion. Survey said, ding. Who is better lyrically, or who do you prefer to listen to? And it's okay to like both. But I like them both. I like them both, but 9 times out of 10, if I'm getting in the car, I'm probably listening to Chance the Rapper, to be honest with you. But I don't know. So I see some votes for Nicki. I'm looking at y'all comments. That's why my eyes are shifting. I see some votes for Nicki. I see some votes for Cardi. I see Monique says she likes Cardi's realness. Yeah, Cardi is real, but we talking about lyrics right now, Monique. I mean, lyrically, where we going? Anyway, but yeah, so with that being said, I just really wish that these grown women would really learn. The one thing I will give Cardi credit for, Cardi didn't fall into the bait. I don't know if she gonna get on Instagram live and start talking her talk, or 9 times out of 10, Hennessy gonna be the one that's gonna pop off. But I don't know. See, this right here is why I don't play with y'all. Gary is out of order. Gary is very much out of order for that. Cardi said that she put a lot of work into enunciating while she was rapping on her album. But anyway, I just really wish that the ladies would kind of, play nice together, and because it's room out here for everybody. It doesn't have to be her or her. It's room for everybody. Okay, so let's move on from that because we talked about that long enough. Can we talk about Orlando Brown? Oh, and also let me know in the comments if there's anything that you want to talk about tonight, so I make sure I don't miss anything that you all want to chat about. Orlando Brown, aka Can't Get Right. The bounty hunter swooped down on him very, very early this morning in Las Vegas. He was hiding out at a friend of a friend's house on this warrant that he allegedly assaulted his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend or whatever. He was hiding out in these folks' house, and the bounty hunters came up in there to get him. The homeowner was upset because he felt like the police came in his house without proper paperwork and carrying on or whatever. They was like, listen, is Orlando here? We don't care about you. F your feelings. Is Orlando here? Because we have a search warrant to arrest his unstable behind. That's all I need to know is he here? So eventually they went through the house, guns drawn, warrant, paperwork, legal docs, and found your boy Orlando hiding in the closet in a t-shirt and pair of drawers. The good news is they were underwear, they weren't panties. That's the good news. But they found him. When they pulled him out, his behind was like, excuse me, can y'all tell me what this is about? Oh, I know I got a warrant, but can y'all tell me what this is about? Well, if you know you got a warrant, you know exactly what this is about. What we playing games for? Who we playing games with? I just really hate to see what Orlando Brown has really turned into. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Any kind of drug is a hell of a drug. And it is very, very terrible and sad to see what he has become. But he sure enough was in his drawers. And it's so funny how people will do dirt, but when the cops run down on them, that's when they start talking like they got a Harvard law degree. But what exactly is this about? Do you have the paperwork or the document? Do you have the warrant? May I see the warrant? Child, you know you got a warrant for jumping on that girl. Stop acting crazy now. So it's just very unfortunate that Orlando is back in the clank again. And I just really hope he gets his life together before it's too late, or before the next story we hear about him is one that he can't come back from. So it's just sad, and it's just unfortunate. Speaking of someone who is sad, in my personal opinion, is Fabulous. So Fabulous has crept his way back onto social media, nice and easy. And now he is back to just posting on social media. He even turned his comments back on. So he is back nice and comfy back on social media after allegedly knocking Emily B's teeth out. And his fans are right back in the comments. Oh, Fab, we so glad you back. Yep. Oh, okay. I'm gonna let y'all keep Fab. Y'all can keep Fab. I'm good. So he has, but it was so funny just watching his progression, because I would go look at the page every day to see if he said something or see if Emily said something. And he started out nice and easy, posting pictures of his kids. Then he posted a birthday to, Taina. And I think we talked about that last week when he posted the birthday message to Taina. Then it was, somebody did good in a basketball game. Then it was congratulations to Cardi B. Then homeboy, when people weren't going in on him, he turned his comments right back on and was like, hey, y'all, hey, we kicking it. But on Twitter, he tweeted something out. And I can't even remember what it was that he tweeted. But somebody responded to him with a gif of Ike Turner sitting in the car next to Tina. And I about slid out of my computer chair. He totally ignored it, and he did not engage or respond. But I was like, oh, okay. It's some of them still out here that ain't falling for the stupid stuff. So, but yeah, so Fab is back on social media. He has turned his comments back on. I guess he figured y'all over it now. Y'all on to the next. K Michelle. This really made me sad because I got a love-hate relationship with K Michelle. And I'm not even going to say hate. I just got a love, girl, you doing too much relationship with K Michelle. K Michelle, you guys know, back in January on the 12th, she underwent surgery to remove her silicone butt injections. Implants, not injections. Her silicone butt injections. Well, she had it removed and everything was going well, but I feel like she didn't give herself enough time to heal before she jumped out on tour. And K Michelle worked so hard, and I'm not taking none of that away from her. She works so hard, and she is so dedicated to her craft. She is dedicated to her fans. And I love that about her, but I was concerned. I don't even have no PhD, MD, or I don't know, ADHD. I don't know. But I knew that she was pushing herself too hard after undergoing that surgery and jumping out on tour. Well, turns out that she suffered some very serious complications from the surgery, including infections. She had to be rushed to the ER several times. She ended up having to get 2 blood transfusions, which is super scary. and so she took to social media and just shared her journey, and she was on Instagram live and she was just bawling, crying. She was in the hospital, she was on Instagram and she was just bawling, crying, talking about how, she was so scared, and she had no idea that, what was happening to her, and that she would be going through this. And it was just it was very sad to watch. The video is up on icecreamconvos.com. Very, very sad to watch. And just very sad anytime your body just goes through something crazy like that. And she said that the silicone had got into her body, and that's what caused the infections and caused the complications. And my hope is that the young women who want to do these unnecessary enhancements to your body, because the thing is, plastic surgery started out as something correct. It started out as corrective surgery, and it went from corrective surgery to elective surgery. And when it became elective is when everything went left. I'm telling you, when it became elective is when everything went left. People started going in there, tampering with their bodies, because that's what I feel like. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I ain't never looked in the mirror like, boy, if I had some boobies, it would even out this gut I got, and I might be looking kind of popping. So, but I ain't doing it, because if there's a 1% chance of somebody getting complications or dying on the table, it's going to be me. I believe that I am the 1%. When they say, oh, well, you got a 1% chance of this being fatal, I feel like I will be the 1%. I will be the one that God makes an example out of for everybody else to learn from my mistakes. So it's just very sad. And I hope these young girls see K. Michelle's story 9 times out of 10. And the sad part is that there's probably somebody somewhere right now that was like, she must have had a bad doctor. That's all. Because my butt is popping. I don't have no problems. No. It's a lot of people who went through a lot of complications, and they not talking about it out of embarrassment. There are people who die getting butt injections. There are people who die, getting breast implants. It's bad. It's bad. And I'm not going to act like I told y'all before what to do for your butt and your boobs. I told y'all a couple weeks ago what to do. And I agree with Tiffany. I think this is the moment when Kanye's mom passed. That to me was the moment that I thought everybody was about to stop. Like, I thought everybody was about to be like, okay, you know what? Okay, we done. We cashing out. No, thank you, Dr. Miami. No, we good. I thought that would have been the moment. But apparently, people have this whole thing like, oh, well, she had a bad doctor, or, oh, well, you see, they said came out later and said the doctor wasn't no good. So, and if I just don't want to take that chance, man. I got kids. I got a husband. I got family. I love my life. I love what I do for a living. I love blogging. I love Ice Cream Convos. I love y'all. Like, how I look getting to heaven, like all at the pearly gates with one booty cheek up and the other one going down the back of my leg. Like, I know, God, I know what you had said. I know. Just, I don't even want to talk about it. Where's my room? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we could just learn to love ourselves unconditionally and just love the way we set up. It was funny. I'm going to tell y'all this only because, I'm a TMI type of person. But let me tell y'all this. Okay, so I had my first child when I was 16 years old. I got pregnant when I was 15. Not proud of it, but I'm sharing a story. Okay, so being as though I was so young and so small and my son was so big, I have crazy stretch marks. Like, my midsection is just gone. Bye. Uncle Charles came and got my midsection a long time ago. My midsection is done, right? And if I had to pinpoint a part of my body that I would quickly give away to a doctor to fix, it would be my midsection. Second in line would be my boobs. I ain't never have to worry about booty. I always had a little toot, but I might want to do a squat or two because I'm getting older and sitting down blogging all day is not in my best interest. But that's not what we're talking about. So I have these stretch marks, and the stretch marks are not my favorite. And I was always embarrassed of them. Can't wear two pieces, can't wear the cute little crop tops or whatever. That's just my thing, right? Always hated my stretch marks. Well, I'm a dreamer in the literal sense and the figurative sense. I'm a dreamer. Every night when I go to sleep, I have a dream. If they invent a machine to record dreams, I will spend my last dime getting one because my dreams be on another level. Well, one particular night I had a dream. I feel like Martin Luther King. I had a dream. But anyway, I had a dream that I was kidnapped at gunpoint and they were going to kill me. And, you know, they said like anytime that, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they said anytime that you are in a situation where someone is going to kill you, you always try to have a personal conversation with them to make them feel sorry for you in the sense of not wanting to kill you. I know I did not say that the correct way, but Google it. Okay. So this person was going to kill me. And I was begging y'all. It was one of those dreams where I was crying in my sleep and all that. And I was begging and pleading with this man. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And he was like, why shouldn't I kill you? And I was like, I have kids. I got 3 kids. Please don't kill me. I got kids. I love my kids. My kids won't be able to live without me. And he was like, how I know you got kids? Prove it. I was like, and pulled my shirt up and showed him my stretch marks. And in the dream, he saw my stretch marks and he was like, okay. And he let me go. Y'all will never catch me talking dirty about my stretch marks again, because I feel like that was God letting me know that I need to chill because he made me perfectly perfect. And these stretch marks represent the fact that I have 3 beautiful children walking on this planet. But in that dream, that man had that gun cocked and loaded on me and he was going to kill me. He was going to kill me with a T. And the only way that I could prove to him that I was a mother was to show him my stretch marks. Never complained about him again. So that's my personal story. So with that being said, I know that was a long drawn out story or whatever, but at the end of the day, we have to learn to love ourselves unconditionally. Everything about us, the good, the bad, the ugly, it makes us who we are. You know, shoot, I got 3 moles. I don't know if y'all can see it. Wait, right there. Boom. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. I got 3 moles in a row. If I ever turn, and right here is where one of my homegirls stabbed me by accident when we got into a fight with some of the girls, but that's another story. So with that being said, just learn to love everything about you. And if you have a part of you that you just can't move past or you just can't get past it, let me know and I will ask God to send you a dream about it. Point blank, period. But yeah. So anyway, with that being said, just love yourselves unconditionally. I'm sending up prayers for K. Michelle for total healing because I know that those complications had to have been very, very scary. Speaking of something crazy. So last night I was watching Family Braxton Values. Did I say that right? Braxton Family Values. Y'all, what's wrong with me? I think I'm tired. I did eat a lot of shrimp and cocktail sauce tonight, so maybe the seafood messing with my brain. But anyway, I was watching Braxton Family Values and found out Tawanda Braxton is suing Vince. Now I kind of, after watching this season of Braxton Family Values, now I kind of see why Tamar is upset. Like, and because you know Tamar accused her family of using Vince as a storyline this season. I promise you, outside of Toni Braxton's engagement to Birdman, everything else is about Vince and Tamar. And while initially I was like, well, Tamar, you always had commentary about every one of your sisters, everything that was going on in their marriages, everything that was going on in their lives. How can you get upset now that the shoe is on the other foot and they're talking about what you and Vince are going through? And Mama Evelyn, y'all, when Mama Evelyn broke down crying in that coffee shop, I was like, you ain't about to do this to me, Mama Evelyn. You ain't about to do this. We're not doing this. But anyway, so I was like, well, you had commentary on all of them. So fair exchange is no robbery. Then I had to think about it because a lot of times, the best way for me to assess a situation is to put myself in the person's shoes. And I said, if I was going through alleged domestic abuse, if I was going through an alleged divorce, I mean, I know for a fact that she filed, but is she going to go ahead and finish is why I'm saying alleged. Would I want to turn on a show and watch my family talk about it every single week when I'm still going through the pain of it? Mind you, at the same token, she did it to her sisters. But what I'm saying is, I kind of understand why she's acting out, and stomping and being mad and acting like she don't want to promote the show or, necessarily be a part of the show because she's really kind of MIA this season. So I do kind of understand that. But again, fair exchange is no robbery. Your sisters went through the same thing. Your sisters went through the same drama with their husbands. Trysty, when Big Kev was cheating, and what's her name, Trina, with Gabe and his internet love, his computer love. Tawanda and her husband, Mr. Mom. And so they all went through their fair share of stuff. So Tawanda is allegedly suing Vince because when they did the theme song, Vince did all the paperwork and put Tamar as the sole earning singer, everything. So he collects all the cash and he and Tamar collect all the cash. So I'm like, okay. So then somebody brought to my attention like, well, ain't this like season 39? Why did it take her so long to do this lawsuit or figure out that they had got gaffled out of their money for the theme song? I thought about that because a lot of times when I post stories on icecreamconvos.com, I'm in the moment posting the story, right? Like, oh, Tawana suing Vince. Let me tell the ICC friends. So I do the post. And then when I go back in and I read your comments, because I hope y'all do know that I read every single comment posted on the site. And posted on the Facebook page. I read every single comment. So I'm like, sometimes the ICC friends, y'all help me have a different perspective on things that I initially looked at it one way and turned, to find out is something else. And someone said, well, why is she just now waiting to season 7? And I was like, that's a good question. And I think that once it may have been one of those things where it's like, well, we ain't got our money yet. They may have asked him a few times, like, what's good? Where are our money at? Like, you coming through with the check? Where the money at? And who knows? He may have told them, well, it's coming, it's coming. He may have put them off. Well, then when him and Tamar, when they marriage hit the fan, then it was like, oh, okay, well, we ain't even talking to him no more. We just gonna sue him. So I'm thinking it may have been a situation like that, but that is just me assuming. But, anytime you're dealing with family, it's a delicate situation. Now, mind you, if you have a family member who has done you dirty, and they married to your sister, your brother, you're going to try to work with them a little bit. Like, come on now. Now you've been playing now. Now these years done been flying by. You playing like, is my money accumulating somewhere and I'm about to get a hefty check? Or, what's good? Like, let me know what's going on, Vince. Let me know. Call me back. Okay, bye-bye. Call me back. Okay. My check. Yeah, call me back. Okay. Goodbye. Bye. So maybe it have been something like that. But the minute that the marriage fell apart with Tamar, it was like, oh, we ain't even got to play nice with him no more. Call the lawyer. We about to sue him because we done found out he allegedly stole money from Sony. Escape done fired him. Remy Ma done fired him. Our sister getting rid of him. Oh, we ain't even gonna play with Vince no more. Let's just go ahead and file the paperwork at the lawyer's office. So I think that's what happened with that. I think they tried to work with him to the best of their ability, and they may have gotten the runaround. Who knows? But I know that she is allegedly, supposedly filing this lawsuit. Okay, I got some more baby scoop. I feel like I'm all over the place tonight. Are y'all all right with me? Because I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place, but I'm sorry. And I told y'all earlier that Khloé welcomed her baby with her cheater baby daddy. And then Eva Marcel and her fiance, Michael Sterling, welcomed the baby boy today. So congratulations to them. And I know that they're super. I can't wait to see the baby. So hopefully she'll share pictures of the baby so I can let you guys see the baby. Let's see what else is going on. I already told you that Cardi B is pregnant. Did I tell you that Black China's little tenderoni done proposed to her? Black China's 18-year-old little tenderoni YBN Almighty J. Why I told y'all it sound like when you be like, yeah, is YBN Almighty J here? Like his name sound like he should be step showing after it. It's whatever. But anyway. He just sound like he should walk in the room step showing if somebody called him YMB Almighty J. That just sound like something that some dudes in a line or a fraternity called a big homie or something. I don't know. But this little boy got on Instagram and posted a picture of China and said, "Will you marry me?" And I said, tricks are for kids. So I said, he got to be playing because that's what children do. And, so they still running around happily ever after for now. But yeah, so he proposed to her. I don't know if y'all watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm kind of getting burnt out on they beef. Now, I know I told y'all last week that they claim Cherie Whitfield has been fired. I'm believing that it may be some truth to the story because she jumped right on social media the other night and read Nene for filth to the best of her ability. She said Nene was a bitter bee. She said Nene ran credit card scams back in the day. And she just read Nene for filth. If you didn't see it, it's on icecreamconvos.com. You ain't got to go far to find it either. So she read Nene for filth. So then Nene responded saying, "Girl, child, my credit was so bad I couldn't even get no credit card back in the day. And I only got 2 now because I'm scared I'm going to mess my credit up again." So I said, okay. Some of these beefs are low-key just downright ridiculous with these celebrities and carrying on. But it's whatever. Surveillance video was released of Safari's armed robbery. And I saw the video. I posted the video because I knew some of y'all might be interested in seeing it. But it just didn't feel right. I'm sorry, my throat is tickling. It just didn't feel right in my spirit seeing that, just knowing the after effects that it had on Safari. So, but yeah, with that being said, T.I. got a new TV show coming to BET. It is called The Grand Hustle. And it's basically going to be one of those business competition reality TV shows where people compete, I guess with their businesses. And then eventually if the business does, whoever wins gets some type of contract with T.I.'s Grand Hustle Productions company. So that might be cute and it might be fun. So congratulations to T.I. on his new show coming to BET. Even though BET canceled the quad after 2 seasons. I don't know what it is about BET that seems to me like BET reminds me of like a thought who went to church and she started like feeling God in her soul. And the minute that she started feeling God in her soul, like her ex-boyfriend called her or some dude that she used to mess with. And then he caused her to backslide and she just back out there in the street again. That's what BET feels like to me. Because The Quad was a decent show. I mean, it wasn't the greatest show on TV, but I liked the fact that it was a HBCU. And I liked the fact that it showed young black men and women in college. And hold on, y'all. This is hilarious. Nina, this is absolutely hilarious because you may have hit the nail on the head. Because most people who sign a Diddy contract, if you think about everyone who has ever signed a Diddy contract, they are either 1, in jail, 2, deceased, or 3, they are trying to put the pieces of their life back together again. So That's a very valid point right there. But I'm just disappointed in BET. And I tuned in. I told y'all I do follow. I watch black shows even if they're not that great because it's black folks on there. And Anika Noni Rose can do no wrong in my eyes. That is one fine black woman. She just fine. And they had her dressed to the god doggone nines every single week. So if I didn't tune in for nothing else, I tuned in for Anika Noni Rose because I love her and she gives the best hugs. Lord, I love Anika Noni Rose. Speaking of fine, Janelle Monáe is so beautiful, but we've been knew that. But did y'all see her new music video, Pink, where the child is dancing in vagina pants? JJ Punanny pants. The child is wearing Punanny pants. So I said, wait. Because at first I was like, oh, she got some weird little flower pants on. Then I was like, is that a vagina? And then her alleged girlfriend, Tessa Thompson, head popped out of the vagina. I said, hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some minute. Hold on a minute. Did Tessa Thompson just pop her head out of Janelle Monáe's vagina pants? I said, oh, Lord, with a T at the end. They are not flower pants. They are vagina pants. And Tessa Thompson popped her head out of that woman's goddamn vagina pants. And then one of my ICC friends said, because see, I thought Tessa popping her head out of Janelle Monáe's vagina pants was her way of saying, this is mine and this is where my head be most of the time. So that's the way I interpreted it. Yes, that is the way I interpreted it. Until one of my ICC friends said, is Tessa Thompson's head supposed to be the clitoris? I looked back at that picture and I said, Lord, hold on, y'all. For those of you who did not see these vagina pants, please give me one hot second to pull a picture of these vagina pants that you guys need to see these vagina pants. Hold on. I got to pull these vagina pants. I can't even play with y'all tonight. I got to pull these vagina pants because I said Janelle Monáe got on vagina pants, and I appreciate her for stepping outside of the box and stuff. Because, it be interesting and stuff. Janelle Monáe comes through with music videos. She is never disappointing in a music video. Okay, here it is right here, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to pull this picture of these vagina pants. And now I'm about to see if I can pull these vagina pants up on the screen for y'all to see it. Can y'all see that right there? Janelle Monáe vagina pants. That's it right there. Right. Wait, there. Wait. Okay. Right there. There it is. There's the vagina pants. Yeah. Can y'all see the vagina pants? Do I need to make the vagina pants bigger? Watch the vagina pants dance. Those are the vagina pants. And there is Tessa Thompson's head right there in the middle. Can y'all see these vagina pants? Please let me know if y'all can see these vagina pants because okay, so when the ICC friend said, is Tessa Thompson's head supposed to be the clitoris? When I look back at the picture again, I said, oh, snap. Oh, snap. So, yes, those are the vagina pants. Yeah. All right. We're going to get rid of the vagina pants because I'm going to start giggling like I'm in 4th grade and I don't want to do that. But yeah, so I'm thinking about how I can get a pair of them pants for Halloween. I don't know. I don't know. I love creativity, but then sometimes I feel like creativity can go a little too far. And I just don't know. Like, how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all feel like, see, Tiff is giving me gems tonight. She said, I always that child was weird. But, so I don't know. Are y'all here for the vagina pants? Cause I don't know. Like, I'm here for creativity, but it's some stuff that just make me giggle. It just make me giggle. And them vagina pants is one of them. I'm gonna get me a pair of vagina pants. The heck with y'all. Yeah, say whatever y'all want. Y'all be like, y'all, Zavi got on them goddamn vagina pants. Yes, I got on vagina pants. Wouldn't y'all rather me have on vagina pants than have my vagina out? Be like, Zavi got her vagina out. We're not doing that. But yeah, so shout out to Janelle Monáe. Her and Tristan Thompson make a gorgeous couple. If they are indeed a couple, I'm not exactly sure. It's a rumor. But the way they be rubbing all up on each other and carrying on, I tend to believe that there is some truth to it. I love Teyana Taylor's new show. I think her and Iman are super cute. And Junie is just, I call her Tugga Tugga. She's been my Tugga Tugga ever since she was born, because y'all know ICC love the kids. So anytime that I watch the show, they are young, they are good looking, they are a sweet couple, and their baby is beautiful, and they seem like they have a really, really great relationship. So I am here for the Teyana and Iman show. So thank you for that question. But yeah, so I'm definitely into that show, and I do tune in and watch every week. Any more questions? Anything else you guys want to discuss before I go? In the meantime, if you guys have not downloaded the ICC app, please do so. And my apologies to you all, because anytime, I'm constantly working on the site. I have new advertisers who want to come in and advertise with us. And, so anytime I try a new advertiser, sometimes it doesn't work out pretty well. And last week, the site was experiencing a bunch of those pop-up "you done won something" ads, which literally make my blood curdle. And I had no idea it was happening. So I am telling all of you right now, if you are ever on icecreamconvos.com, if you're on the desktop, the mobile version, the app, and you experience any technical difficulties or anything look like it ain't right, tell me. I have no issues with people. Shout out to my play sister Lily. She's been emailing me stories to make sure I have stories, or to make sure I know that certain things are going on. I do not mind you guys reaching out to me to let me know when something is going on, whether it's some scoop, a tip, some tea, if there's an issue with the site, if you're trying to order an ICC t-shirt and PayPal is doing the fool, anything that's going on, feel free to let me know, because I am constantly working, trying to make Ice Cream Convos a better place, a better situation, a better website for you all to get your scoop from. And so I have no issues. I take no issues with people letting me know what's going on. You can message me, email me, you could text message me. I have no issues with you guys letting me know what's going on, because this is our site. I run it, but it belongs to us. And I want you to be able to enjoy your site. I want you to be able to get what you need from the site without any issues. So yeah, so the spammy ad thing was happening last week, and I super duper apologize for that. So I think I have it under control, because I dismissed the ad network pretty quickly. It wasn't cute, but I let them go. So I do appreciate that. So make sure that you download the ICC app. Follow us on Instagram. We are Ice Cream Convos _. I am also on Instagram. If you want to follow my personal Instagram, it is Xaviera _Ice Cream Convos. And I also have a Facebook page, on Facebook that is for me. And on there, I do share ICC stories on there as well. But I also share, just my personal thoughts and pictures of my baby girl and my family and different things that I have going on. And so I just appreciate all of you for supporting. I appreciate all of you for spending your Friday nights with me and kicking it with me. And I just appreciate it. Oh, I want to mention this. For those of you who are in the Atlanta area, I am working on some events. I plan to do a sip and shop with one of my good friends who owns a boutique. I am also planning to do a dinner with ICC, but I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a private dinner, because I was thinking about at least once a month, I want to take some of my readers out to dinner. But I don't know if I want to do it like a big shindig where it's catered and you all come out and we kick it like that, or if it would be more of a private event like me, my husband, my baby, Brian, who does the movie reviews for ICC, and like maybe 2 or 3 different people, and we all sit together and eat. So I see some questions coming in, so let me go ahead and answer some of these questions. Do I follow back on social media? On the ICC Instagram page, I only follow back celebrities because I have to be able to stay up with them to find out what's going on to relay the information to you all. On my personal page, I do follow back people that I know, or so I follow back people that I know, because at one point in time I used to follow back every single person who followed me, and then I started, like, I would log into Instagram and be completely confused and lost by all the stuff that was in my feed. So it's not that I try to act fly and I'm too cute or whatever to follow back every single person who follows me. I just try to follow people who have quality content on their page, because some people just be posting some, y'all, like, and please don't post your feet on social media. It drives me insane when people post their feet. Feet do not belong on social media. Don't post your feet on social media. Just please don't. Like, I literally will log out of Instagram for like an hour if I see somebody's feet. So, yeah. All right. So that's that question. Thank you for that question. Let me see. Let me go back. I have not met Kenya Moore, but I was at an event and she was there. But we did not speak to each other. I was working a red carpet. She was on the red carpet. And that's the closest interaction I've ever had with Kenya Moore. I have met Sheree, whatever. I met Sheree a few times. But when I say I met her, if you said, hey girl, you know Ice Cream Convos, she'll be like, no. Because number one, I didn't introduce myself. We were just kind of like, you know, you ever be somewhere and everybody's kind of around each other and it's just a group conversation, but people you know in the conversation and people you don't know in the conversation. I ended up in a situation like that with Sheree at a screening. So I don't know her personally, and I've never like met her. Cynthia Bailey, absolutely. Love Cynthia Bailey. I supported one of her, you know, she has her own sunglass line. And I went to the pop-up shop or whatever it was, and we had a good old time. We even did the mannequin challenge. We took pictures together, and those pictures are on my Instagram page. But Cynthia is a gem. She is a sweetheart. She is very genuine. And every time I wear my glasses right here, my edges right here on the side, it pulls them up. But she's a gem. She is very genuine, very sweet, and lots of fun. So I like Cynthia a lot. Let's see. What else do you guys have in here? I'm looking. When am I coming back to New York? I don't know. I was in New York probably about, was it a week ago? A week or 2 weeks ago. I was in New York City for the red carpet premiere of Acrimony, and it was the quickest trip ever. I got there Tuesday and left Wednesday morning. But I'm originally from New Jersey. I'm from South Jersey, so I will be going home to visit my family very, very soon, probably next month. But I don't know if I'll make it to New York. I love New York. New York is really cool, and a lot of people that I love very, very dearly live in New York. But New York gives me anxiety. The way them people be driving and people be walking out into traffic, and I'm just like, Lord, move, we gonna kill you. New York gave me a lot of anxiety. LA did too. Their traffic is nuts. Let's see. Not ignoring you, Stan. Hey, Stan. How you doing, Stan? Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Any other questions? And if you have a question for me, just go ahead and throw it in because I'm going through now to answer the questions. Yes, no feet on social media. They are absolutely disgusting. Okay, it says, have you had the same experience that the Jasmine brand was complaining about Black Hollywood on the red carpet? Absolutely. Happens every single time. And it's sad. It's sad because we will be on the red carpet, and especially for me, because at first, I'm gonna tell y'all, at first I thought it was just a me thing because I was new to the carpet, and a lot of times media people, celebrities start to learn media people. They learn certain media people and they know certain media outlets. So say for instance, if I'm on a red carpet covering an event and I am here, and then a certain site is here, and then another certain site is here. Like say for instance, like if I'm right here and Baller Alert is here, and maybe someone from the Shade Room is here, and some other sites, those celebrities will come down, and the minute they see Baller Alert in the Shade Room, that's where they run to. Because number one, you know, those are very big outlets. They are very popular outlets, and they want to get where they're going to be seen. Whereas if they talk to me, I'm going to be happy that they talk to me. So I'm going to go the extra mile. And I'm not saying this is nothing against the Baller Room. I mean, the Baller Room. God darn it. The Baller Alert and the Shade Room, because they're both great sites and I enjoy their sites. But they will overlook a Ice Cream Convos. Child, ain't nobody never heard no Ice Cream Convos. Let me walk on by. Oh, sorry. She only can do one interview. And they'll take them to either Baller Alert or the Shade Room. Now, if it's a super duper big type of situation where we talking about somebody like Kerry Washington, or we talking about someone like a very popular Caucasian actor or actress, they'll walk them past all of us. What? Bye. We going down here to E! News. We going down here to Variety. We going down here to Deadline. We going down here to whomever, and they will sashay their behinds right down. Or what they'll do is they'll interview, and then when they get to us, it'll be, oh, I'm sorry. We have to hurry up and get inside. We don't have time. We have to get them inside. Word. Oh, okay. Bye, sis. Bye, colonizer. So it's and so it happens. It's a real issue. And it is, but you know, my thing is, I used to get offended by it. At first, I didn't get offended because I was like, oh, well, you know, I got to earn my red carpet clout. They don't know who I am. Ice Cream Convos, even as big as we are, because my biggest audience is my Facebook family. You know, we have 1 million strong on Facebook, but on Instagram, it's like 140,000. Twitter is like 3,000, 2,000. So, I don't feel like I'm as big as some of the other guys. But with that being said, I put in the work. I do these stories. I do these interviews, and I put in the work, and I'm a one-woman operation. I don't have a team. I don't have a squad. I don't have contributing writers. I do everything. If there's a video on YouTube, I edited it. If it's ads on the site, I implemented the monetization. I do it all. So there are a lot of times where maybe a story, you'll be like, for instance, there was this one person. No, I'm not even going to talk about them because they might be on this chat, and then I don't want to end up having a fight with nobody. But I will say that I used to take offense to people who came into post and would say, oh, you late. That's old news. You late. That used to hurt my feelings. I ain't even gonna lie. It used to hurt my feelings. I'm about to be like Nicki now. Anybody got some water? Oh, thank you. It used to hurt my feelings because I knew how hard I was working. And maybe when that story dropped, I was on the phone negotiating a new deal with an advertiser to get better ads on the site that don't pop up all in your face when you come on it. So by the time I get off the phone, Beyonce done put up pictures of her twins, and now I'm 15, 20 minutes late. But, so because of that, I used to be like, well, I'm trying to do it all. But I don't take offense to that anymore because people gonna be people. I could have it. And then I had one chick that was like, Dang, she just posted this and you got it already. Well, what do you want? Do you want it later? Do you want it on time? Do you want it early? What do you want? So then that's when I had to learn to cater to. Charlamagne said this thing one time from the Breakfast Club. He said it's the rule of 10. Anything you do, he said, 3 people are going to love it, 3 people are going to hate it, and 4 people are going to be on the fence. And your only job is to win over the 4 people on the fence, because the people who already hate it, they are a lost cause. They're going to hate it no matter how good you do. The people who love it, send love to them, because they're going to hold you down. They're going to hold you down regardless. The 4 people in the middle are the ones you have to worry about. Those are the ones that you have to either bring them to this side before they go to this side and not care about you anymore. So I love my ride or dies. I love my ride or die ICCers. I'm no longer concerned with trying to win over the people who already decided that Ice Cream Convos is not the site for them. You guys have no idea how often I get insulted, called stupid. People make fun of the name of the site. People make fun of me. People tell me that my site is trash on a daily basis. And it used to bother me a lot, because I'm passionate about what I do, and because I care about what I do, and I care about what you guys think about what I do. But at this point, it's just like, listen, I just got to grind until I'm proud. And then if I'm proud, then I hope that you all are proud. And then I just leave it at that. So with that being said, because I tend to go all around the world, I definitely agree with what Jasmine said. I have seen it and I have experienced it firsthand. So, and I appreciate, thank you, Tamara. I appreciate all the love that you guys give. I appreciate you even sitting up here just listening to me talk tonight. Y'all could be doing something else. And, so listen, if you're going to launch a site, launch it. Don't be afraid. If you want to do a podcast, do it. If you want to do a site, do it. If you want to write a book, write it. And if you have a business and you have someone else someone who has a business, tell them to come advertise with Ice Cream Convos. I allow people to advertise on my site for as low as $20, because I was in the shower. That's where I do all my thinking, right? In the shower. And I said, how can I help other business owners without hurting myself? And I know some of y'all are like, sis, what you talking about? I wanted to be able, I need to make with my site, because this is my only job. My only job is Ice Cream Convos, and I'm very blessed to be in this position, right? I quit my job in 2014. For those of you who just may be getting new to me, I quit my job in 2014, and I've been blogging full time ever since. So every time you read my site, you are helping me pay for dance school. You are helping me pay my car note. You are helping me go, do whatever. I set up a college fund. Every time you read my site, every time you share one of my posts, you are helping me cut down some debt. So this is how I make my living. So I was thinking to myself, when I got ready to advertise my site, everywhere that I tried to advertise to get people to know more about my site, I couldn't afford it. And that's just some real true tea. I mean, advertising can cost you a goddamn arm and a leg. And I said, well, how can I help other advertisers without hurting myself? Because I have a daily goal of money that I need to make every single day in order to keep this ship from hitting the iceberg. So I said, how can I allow people to advertise on my site and still make my daily goals? So that was my thing that I had been working on for quite some time. And I think you guys may remember back in the day, I did like the $25 ads one time. I did $50 ads one time, like ad specials. And I said, okay, but this is what I wanted to do. I came up with a way for people to advertise directly on my site. This is not social media. This is not, because social media advertising is cool, but I'm going to give you the real tea. Social media advertising is very, very cool, but in the same token, I cannot control social media. You could pay me for an ad to put on Facebook, and I will more than What? Okay, if you want it on Facebook, this is where we're going to put it. But I can't control how many people Facebook will allow to see your post. Because this is where I put it up. Anything I put on Facebook, Mark takes over. After that, I have no control over it. Now Mark and his boys and his goons, if they're not selling your information, they doing whatever. So I have no control over what happens once I put something on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and or Twitter. I have no control over it. I have total sole control of what happens on my website. Just last week, I had, so basically what I did was I have my large advertising firms and networks that I work with, and those are the bread and butter. But what I've done is I have designated advertising space on my website just for small business owners so that you can advertise your business and get exposure, visibility, whatever it is that you need. But I am still able to do what I need to do in order for Ice Cream Convos to do what it needs to do. So basically I came up with my own algorithm of sorts, where I allow people to advertise by impressions. So rather than paying a large lump sum of money, I will allow you to purchase a small amount of impressions. But it's a fantastic idea. So if you're interested, reach out to me. I can give you more information about it. I will even hop on the phone and talk to you about it, because anytime that you're spending money, I want you to have a full understanding of what you are spending your money on and what you are going to get. So, but that is my fantastic idea that I am so proud of and so happy about, that I am able to create a space where other small business owners can advertise and not break their bank the way people were trying to break my bank when I wanted to advertise. So I say that to say, yeah. All right. So I'm looking over here now just to see if there's anything else that you guys want to know or have a question. Let's see. I'm looking real quick. What is Black Hollywood? Black Hollywood is basically anybody black that's in Hollywood. It's sort of, it's almost like how they say Black Twitter. Like you log on to Twitter and there's not a icon or anything that says click here to enter Black Twitter, but the black folks on Twitter know that they are Black Twitter. So that's sort of how Black Hollywood is. It's it's an alliance for some of them, but some actresses and actors are beefing behind the scenes that you may not know. Not necessarily beefing, they just have I guess the word I could use is some of them are kind of envious of each other. But Black Hollywood is basically, in my opinion, anybody who is black in Hollywood. Let's see. I'm just looking real quick. Yes, I did interview Denzel Washington. That was nice. And you know what? It was so funny because when I interviewed Denzel Washington, I got so nervous when he was walking up to me. I was trying to back up so he'd miss me. I was like, and he walked up. He was like, "Hi," and I was like, "Ooh, hi Denzel, hi Miss Pauletta." So yeah. Thank you, Tamara. Tamara says she thinks I'm doing a great job. Thank you, Cousin Durham. And I just thank you all for just being so supportive and so cool. So yeah. All right, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm starting to lose my voice. I just needed to check and see. But if you definitely are in Atlanta, I want to start doing more things and creating more opportunities for us to get together. Because when I call you my ICC friends, when I call you my ICC family, it's not a game for me. I genuinely appreciate all of you and your beautiful faces and beautiful smiles and your great energy and your great spirit. So I want to start reciprocating that in the best way possible. One of my goals for this summer was to start going to visit these different cities that you all live in so we can get together, hug, and dance to our favorite songs together. And I think we will be doing that very soon. I just need to work it out, especially with Destiny being in dance now. She's in a dance company, and So, I have to work it out, but I definitely want to do that. So maybe we can start small and work our way up. But if you are in the Atlanta area, let me know. Reach out to me. Just say, hey, girl, hey, I'm here. I'm in the A, in case you want to go eat. So I plan to do my first dinner at Papa Do's. That is my absolute favorite restaurant. So if you want to go to Papa Do's with me, let me know. Okay, guys? So I love you guys very, very much. Thank you so much. Oh, we did an hour and a half tonight. For those of you who may have missed any part of this live chat, I will be uploading it to our Ice Cream Convos YouTube page, and I will be posting it on the Ice Cream Convos website. So please subscribe to the Ice Cream Convos YouTube page too, because they said I need to get like 100 followers or something to lock down the Ice Cream Convos name. They won't let me do it right now. So definitely need to do that. So have a great night. And when you subscribe to the Ice Cream Convos Facebook page, then you'll also get to hear my baby's podcast. My Desi, our junior CEO, has her own podcast, and I am the co-host. So if you have a little one, you would definitely need to let them listen to Destiny's podcast. She does a great job, and she loves it, and she's very dedicated. Okay? All right. Have a great night, y'all. Bye.